right. Seattle pandemic shutdown, day 35 or 50 something. I don't care. What in the world is going on? What happened today? What happened today is apparently the coronavirus is this generation's Vietnam because of the body count, you see. As though it's the same thing at all. It's idiotic. And it's not true. Now, is this thing bad? Yes, it is. What are we approaching? Are we approaching 50,000? We got 40-some thousand dead here, right here in these United States. I mean, unacceptable, I suppose. But, you know, that's what you get when novel coronaviruses have come rampaging out of China. And China lies about the severity of the pandemic and has organizations like the World Health Organization parrot their talking points, lie on their behalf. And it leaves us in the lurch, so that we're unprepared. That's kind of how it went down. Homeless village. Look, it's not going to spread the same way as it did when it first started if we open back up. Because now everybody is freaked out. Everybody has now heard about this social distancing all the kids are talking about. They've heard about it. They've heard about masks. They're aware that they should wash their hands. We were all disgusting monsters before this, and now we have learned our lesson. Wash your hands, don't touch your face, stay away from people at the grocery store. You might need to wipe down your groceries. Whatever extent you think you should go to keep yourself and your family safe as we return to doing all the things, okay? Now, obviously, giant gatherings like at, the gathering of the Juggalos, you know, canceled. Probably not a good idea to bring back the gathering of the Juggalos. I don't care how many masks you bring. Same with NFL, WWE, NBA, etc., so on and so forth, right? But Home Depot can be open. That means the little hardware store can be open. That means the ice cream shop can be open, right? We all do our part to keep ourselves safe, and that will keep us from being transmission vectors and infecting other people. And we're doing this behavior en masse, which we weren't before. So if we had this level of outbreak with a complete lack of any preparations, we can now go back knowingly into a situation where we know at least some of the variables. We know some things more about the virus now. We know it's here. That's a good first step. Even knowing that it's here, knowing that it can spread person to person. A lot has changed in a couple of months. And we're looking at what I see earlier. I saw a pile of dead pigs. From a distance, wasn't too graphic. Dead pigs. What's happening? They're having to slaughter pigs. They can't afford to keep feeding them if no one's going to buy them. Again, hear tell about meat shortages in America. That's going to be a hard one. The land of hamburgers. No hamburgers? We don't have our freedoms anymore. Can't do anything. Can't even get a decent hamburger. Disgraceful. Unacceptable. But really though, probably start seeing some price spikes in things like meat. Apparently the price of eggs is going up. Again, not consuming as many with, restaurants and stuff closed. Maybe people don't know how to cook eggs, so they're not buying eggs. I don't know. I don't know all the factors, but it's like the dumping milk thing. They're dumping milk because they don't have the containers to ship it in. The plastic, the plastic jugs come from a factory. It's like the beginning of the movie Threads, which is about nuclear war, but demonstrates the same thing, societal collapse. It's like, in an urban society, we're all interconnected. It's like a web, right? They don't show up to the cardboard box factory. They don't make cardboard boxes to ship the cereal in, right? You have to start getting creative, come up with alternatives, but, you know. And then what's the solution? So the politicking, because this is all political now, is that this is all Trump's fault and he's dangerous and we need to vote him out. And who you need to vote for is Joe Biden, who gets on his webcam from his basement every day and mutters incoherent, rambling nonsense, and yeah, is incoherent. And in today, he talked to Hillary Clinton, of all people, and this is just wonderful. Talking to Hillary Clinton about how this is impacting women more than anyone, because women are a majority of, you know, of healthcare workers, and et cetera, et cetera. That can all be true, but, like, it's literally affecting everyone pretty equally. I mean, everybody's being negatively impacted in one way or another. You know, children not going to school, that's definitely impacting children. I don't know. It's just pandering nonsense, and the irony of Hillary Clinton, who defended rapists, and her husband, who is arguably a rapist, and Joe Biden, who was recently, and I hate this language, but recently credibly accused by a woman of getting gropey and handsy, and yeah, so do a Skype video chat and tell me about women's safety and women's rights in the age of COVID, and oh, just spare me. This is such a farce. Like, this election is like being managed by mentally ill people to see how deranged they can get before, like, we call BS. Like, how would I call it? Incoherent? How illegitimate does it have to become before we say something? Before they just get rid of Biden and force Cuomo to take the nomination? I don't know. Anyways, everyone's mad about the data. The data shows a bunch of bizarre stuff. I don't trust the models. The models keep changing. Of course, they're supposed to change. But we've got garbage data, and we're getting garbage policy because it's based on garbage predictions. And the only way to change that is to do widespread testing and antibody testing. And that's not really happening. And there are people who are saying they will not participate in such an endeavor for whatever reason. I'm sure they have their reasons. But that means that we will never really get the data that we need in order to make the proper decisions about what to do. Now, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not an epidemiologist, but that's just how it seems to me. Bad science, bad data, bad outcome, bad policy, bad outcome. All right. I think that's it. Remember, I go out so you don't have to. Bye.